carry such a weight of meaning. And yet, how often do we really stop to consider what we are really talking about when we use it? What is it? Who does it apply to? How do we know when we or someone else has been kind? What is kindness? My old 2001 Oxford Dictionary of English defines kindness as the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. Interestingly, the end indicates that all three of those conditions are required for kindness to be present. So, one can be friendly and yet not kind, or both generous and considerate but not kind. Perhaps it's when we become aware of all three conditions being present that we feel for ourselves the pleasure of real kindness. In my work as a therapist, I often come across two distinct ways in which kindness manifests itself. Firstly, and perhaps most frequently, in showing kindness to others. Secondly, and much less consistently, in showing kindness to ourselves. Why is kindness important? When we practice kindness either to other people or toward ourselves, we can experience positive mental and physical changes through lowering stress level and increasing the body production of feel-good hormones such as dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. Being kind helps boost the immune system, reduce blood pressure, and reduce stress and anxiety. How do we show kindness to others? Showing kindness to others does not have to mean doing something big or life-changing. Often, it is the smallest act of kindness that can have the most impact. A moment of support in a time of need, a quiet word of encouragement, a helping hand to carry a heavy load, or just a smile that says, "I see you," can make a world difference. Whatever the act itself, it will be underpinned by four principles, which is awareness, non-justice, action, and unconditional. Awareness, we must be aware of the opportunity to be kind. We cannot recognize the need if we are completely absorbed in our thoughts, our own world, or our online alter egos. Non-judgment, we must be prepared to suspend judgment if we want to be truly kind. It's not for us to judge the good or bad, right or wrong of another person's situation. It is only for us to recognize there is an opportunity for us to be kind. The point number 3 is action. We must act in friendly, generous, and considerate manner to the person in front of us. Awareness without action cannot be kind. Unconditional. Being kind means offering kindness without conditions or expectation of rewards. The real reward for a kindness is in the inner positivity rather than any external reward or recognition. Here are just a few simple ways in which you can show yourself a bit of kindness today and every day. The first one, self-awareness. Being kind to yourself, start by building your self-awareness, listening to your internal voice with a sense of curiosity. What are you telling yourself? How often are you being negative or hard on yourself? How infrequently are you praising yourself, recognizing all the things you are so good at? Consequently, recognize all the positive things about yourself. The second way, generosity. Be generous with yourself and do things just for you. Give yourself time, disconnect from technology for a few hours and get out into nature. So many people unhesitatingly give themselves to other people and yet find it very difficult to be as generous to themselves. The third way, avoid comparison. Beware the danger of comparison. We live in a world of TV, advertising, social media that constantly shows us how we are not yet living the perfect life, how we don't measure up to other people. Don't fall into the comparison trap because this is one route to lots of negative self-talk and critique. The very opposite of kindness, in fact. The last way is recharge. If you introvert, as apparently 70% of you are. Remember that after working or socializing with other people, after giving yourself to others, you will need quiet time alone to rest and recharge. This is not selfish, it's necessary, and doing so means you are being friendly, generous, and considerate to yourself. That's all from me. Thank you.